Even though, especially since the first of this year, I've grown tremendously, I still find myself being triggered in a very a negative way by certain people for certain reasons, and I don't really understand what's causing that, and I was wondering if maybe you could give me a little insight on that.
Well, we would say that if it triggers you, you are seeing a reflection that you do not like. In other words, you see something in them that you fear. Either you fear it to be you, or you fear those around you to see you as that. There is a reason that you get triggered by those around you. And it is almost always, it comes down to something in you that is afraid. A fear of becoming that, possibly a fear of you were that, and you have grown, but you are afraid of it slipping back into your life. We can tell you that anytime you are triggered, anytime you are angered, anytime you are agitated, it is always out of fear. It is a fear of feeling inadequate, not being smart enough, not fitting the bill. It is crazy. But it comes down to fear, always. When you dissect it, which we do not recommend, we would say, when you feel that trigger, and you begin to react as you always do, force yourself to stop. Force yourself to look at what was the action. Was it the words? Was it the presentation? Was it the attitude? Or was it simply just the person saying it that irritated you? There are those that can get on your nerves for no reason at all. So you think. It is simply usually, in those cases, it is usually you are simply at different vibrational levels and the grind is too much. It is immediately obvious you would have nothing in common with that person. But as far as any triggers or emotion-based reaction, you must look at yourself. It is that simple.
Seems to always be the case.
It is.
Why is it that so many people seem to repeat the same mistake patterns, the same negative patterns over and over and over in their lives, like they're caught in some kind of a loop, and they just can't seem to break that?
We would begin to tell you it starts with pride. You see, when you make a mistake, a colossal mistake as you would look at it, you must understand it is never looked at as mistake. We see it as growth and creation. You see it as mistakes. But when you feel that way, though you say, I will never do that again, you will. Because your inner self is trying so hard to correct that. You think you need to correct it. You think that, I couldn't save that person, but I can save this person. You must realize in reality, the only person that can save themselves is themselves. So, understand that it begins with pride. I have spoke with people in the past that have, when I have told them that, defiantly told me, no, it is not my pride. We smile. We love you. You'll figure it out someday. But It is the need in you as human beings to make things right, what you view as wrong. And it is very typical that you do the same things over and over, making the same choices. Where you can change that is when you find yourself, and you will find yourself, in the position of beginning to make that same mistake. Ask yourself this time, what am I going to do differently? If I make the same choices this time, the same outcome is going to take place. So how do I change that? How do I break that cycle? It begins with that question. What am I going to do differently this time?
Can you tell us, give us a description of what we are and what our purpose is here on this planet? Why are we here? What are we doing?
Well, your purpose is to raise your dogs. We are joking. We find this question often. What is our purpose? What is our purpose? Many of you, we would say, almost all of you, believe that your purpose is tangible, that your purpose here is to raise your children. Your purpose is to enlighten others. Your purpose is to save goats in South Africa. Whatever you believe your purpose in life is, you have chosen to come forward to create, to expand this universe, to create an environment so that many others may come forward and help you create. It is an exciting learning experience. If you find purpose in those things that I had said before, that is wonderful. But it is not your true purpose. Your true purpose is to create contrast and create happiness and build and grow and expand and learn. And every time you do, we all do. And that just continues. And the universe gets bigger and your connections get larger. And more of you connect with one another. And before you know it, your planet has answered that question. You are not alone.